I'm back with another video. I know it's been 2 weeks. I'm so sorry. Did not mean to take a break that I never thought I was going to take, but with school and everything. Anyways, yeah. So if you guys did not just see the football game that just happened, friggin' Philadelphia Eagles took the championship home. Freaking Rocky did it. Y'all doubt. You guys can't doubt people who are the best in the league, alright? Nick Foles played his heart out that whole time. Tom Brady turned into God, and um and the rest of the Patriots defense was dead. Like, they literally couldn't do anything. Yeah, there's no way we're actually gonna wind up getting anything here. So yeah, I'm not gonna even bother with this weekend league. I'll do it in another 2 weeks. But whew, today is a great day. Great days indeed. I'm so glad that the Pats finally lost. This is a thing I've been looking forward to for such a long time. Now, let's see what I can do here. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. So yeah, let's do some solo challenges just to make sure this is not as short as a stream as I'd hoped it wouldn't be. So we're gonna do some mud drafts, see if these, I don't know if they've updated the drafts yet or not. I've not really paid attention since this is really falling off. But, oh my god, this season, I swear, couldn't have ended any better. The Patriots defense decided not to show up on the most important game of the season. The offense played okay, but if they didn't have Brady there, they would have been the worst offense I've ever seen play a Super Bowl. And god dang god dang, Rob Gronkowski was probably one of the only players that Brady actually went to after Cooks went down. Once Cooks went down, oh, it was a whole different ball game. Literally, all the Eagles had to do was just push them back from anything, and then the Pats were stuck. There was no way they were able to pull off anything, any miracles. The refs weren't there to screw up a game finally. You know how long it's been since the refs were not part of a Patriots game that screwed over the opposing team? It's been too long, alright? Let's just say, I actually don't know. The last time the Patriots were actually genuinely playing their hearts out was against the Titans, where the refs weren't really needed since the Titans are like the most overrated team. The Patriots got bailed out against the Jags by the refs, and it almost happened again this week. But, however, there weren't as many penalties as far as I've heard. I did not watch the first half. I was like, ugh, the first half is gonna be really boring. I heard the Timberlake halftime show was pretty bad, like extremely bad. Probably not gonna watch it. I mean, I saw some of it. I thought it was okay, but honestly, it just didn't look that good. And then he had a song from his 2020 album. He also had a song that already hit top charts like a year ago. He's trying to still get it back to He's trying to still popularize it. Fuck. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna stop. Yeah, so Pats fans, you guys can take a seat, because I'm going to explain everything wrong with the Patriots and what they did this game. So first things first, the Pats, their defense was, oh my god, it was atrocious the whole time. I already mentioned this before, but I want to emphasize it here. That team, I swear, has never looked worse, worse for wear. Especially on where drives that counted. For example, the Zach Ertz touchdown toward the end of the game that really pushed the game away. That was a huge play that could have been stopped. But yet the Patriots defense doesn't do anything about it. Even their cornerback got broke by a tight end. How does this happen? Next up, the D-line played amazing. I thought the D-line was the best part of the team. If there was no safeties or cornerbacks and there was no receivers or anything, and it was just linebackers, D-line, O-line, and quarterback and the running back, if that's what the game was, the sport was, then Patriots probably would have won, because honestly their running game, they're not the best on run, but they can stop that run with James Harrison. Oh, James Harrison will get you. Next up, the secondary. Secondary, you guys are the worst secondary I've seen make a Super Bowl in such a long time. I think the last time I saw a bad secondary make a Super Bowl was, let me think. I'm trying to think of the last time. I would have to say, I wouldn't say the Falcons won because they had a pretty good defense when they got to the Super Bowl. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What was the last worst defense I remember? Probably the Broncos defense back in 48. Honestly, 49. Oh, Patriots were good in 49. Yeah, that's as far back as I could go with that one. So, honestly, that Patriots defense looks so weak throughout the game. I thought they were going to get demolished, and then Brady came back to get them back in shape, and then the defense would just, and the secondary again, would come back and destroy whatever Brady had built. Now, let me talk about the linebackers. I thought the linebackers did a fantastic job staying with the receivers. I really liked how they performed, and if they can do what they did this season and take that to the next season and build on that, I think they're going to be one of the best linebacking squads in the NFL. I'm just saying, that's my opinion. I feel like the linebackers played really well, but the secondary was what killed the New England Patriots. Alright, so now let's look on the Eagles side of things. Their defense, they play like they have all season. They're doing exceptionally well. They did better than I actually thought they would. I thought, oh, they're going to get scared because of the bright lights and the big names and everything. But no, they played their hearts out. That D-line is patented for getting to the quarterback and getting strip sacks all the time. And they did not disappoint on this one either. They completely bull rushed Tom. Like, Tom looked like he wasn't even confident in the pocket anymore. The blocking was so bad for him. And then, let me talk about their secondary. Their secondary played great ball. I feel like the only thing that can change up about it is try not to let the receivers open for too long of a time, but also make sure to stay with the receivers at the same time. I mean, it's fine if you leave them open for just like a second or two, or maybe your guy slipped up on the route. It's fine. It's whatever. It's football. It'll happen. But I recognize this throughout the game. I'm like, no, they can't just keep letting these receivers wide open. They're just gonna continuously get that ball in. And they did it all the time. The Patriots did that. But in the end, their second was up to the challenge. They played well against Brady, better than I thought they would. I mean, the whole team played good, don't get me wrong, but I thought the secondary played as good as I've ever seen it play. And I've watched a couple Eagles games. This is probably the best secondary I've seen in football. Well, then again, there's the Seahawks. But Seahawks got injured, okay? So they don't count. They don't count on this. Next up, their offense. Now, I want to go through this very carefully. I don't want to screw this up, but we're going to start it off with the pass. So, the pass game, Nick Foles played like a god. Like, he literally stepped up to the challenge. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he won MVP. This is probably the best thing I've seen from a backup quarterback. This is exactly what happened with Brady a couple years ago. I don't know if you guys remember, but Bledsoe before the playoffs was the starter back in, what was it, 2001? Was it? I'm pretty sure it was 2000 or 2001, but yeah, so basically Bledsoe was a starter. He got injured with a bad sack. He tore his ACL out for the season. Brady steps in, a 6th round quarterback, mind you. He carries his team all the way to the Super Bowl and wins. Nick Foles, quarterback, tears his ACL off of a bad injury, takes his team all the way to the Super Bowl and wins. This is such a coincidence. And honestly, I thought Nick Foles would slip up after a couple games. Like, I thought he would slip up during the Falcons game. He played really good. During the Vikings game, no, he played exceptional football. Then I thought, no, there's no way he's going to get around this Patriots defense. That would probably be the last thing I think about. And he did it. I can't believe he did it. So, hi, Zach. So, that's what I think about the pass offense. And then Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar, and co. played amazing. And I'll have to give top credit to Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is probably the receiving MVP of this team. They literally just have everybody pictured perfectly. And I feel like it's a whole team effort. You just can't have a good quarterback, a good running back, maybe a good tight end or two, and a mediocre corner and a good corner to go along. That just does not work. You have to have all the right pieces. And I honestly think that the Eagles were the most complete team, the best team I've seen. They're probably going to be there for years to come. I cannot wait to see them make it back to the playoffs. And I know you Rams fans aren't happy that you guys got eliminated in the first round. I was not either. I had you guys going all the way this season, and I'm a Cards fan. Crazy. But I had you guys going all the way, Super Bowl, taking it, whatever. You guys looked young, talented, and a great squad overall. I think next year you guys will come back better than ever. You guys will manage to win a Super Bowl. Maybe I'll give it about 5 years. Give it 5 years. Rams will be there. If I don't see the Rams in the Super Bowl in 5 years, sue me, alright? Sue me. And now, I need to get to one last part of this whole, Eagles offense. We have the running back and the O-line. Now, let me explain to you what the O-line was able to do that would counteract on what everybody else was able to do that game. The O-line played lights out. I mean, I feel like they had the best blocking core I've seen in recent memory, I think. I think there's been other good blocking cores, but they played so good on their O-line. I thought I saw the Cowboys offensive line back in like 2015 or 2016 for a second. I was like, whoa, 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 what's that? What's that offense? What's that O-line doing? This ain't no Cowboy stuff. And then as they progressed through the season, I was like, dang, these guys are going to become a threat at one point. And then we had Lane Johnson Jason Peters unfortunately got injured midway through the season, so he couldn't even play. And then we also had trying to think. Oh, I had an 89 offense. Jesus. We also had the they also had Jason Kelsey, which in my opinion is one of the best offensive linemen in the league, center-wise. And then the running backs, they have Corey Clement, which I think is going to be a great dual back. He's going to be a great dual threat back, kind of like David Johnson and tiny like James White or whoever you'd compare him to. LeGarrette Blount is a great powerful back. He's kind of like a Marshawn Lynch guy, where he brings out the big runs and he runs through people all the time. And then the final running back, Jay Ajayi. He is sort of a Corey Clement, but he's also a prototype of LeGarrette Blount. He can break out of tackles. He can go through about anybody, and he can sort of catch. So they really did have a good running back team that whole way through. I thought there was like a no-brainer that I thought the Eagles weren't going to get the running one because all the Pats have is Dion Lewis and James White. Dion, I think, is the better of the two. He's not, like, he's not always just sitting around. He's like, oh my god, another time for me to get back on the field. And Dion Lewis and James White, probably one of the better dual backs, like at least duo backs, like, you know what I mean. Basically the two good backs on the same team. But the Eagles overpower with three good backs, one that can catch and sort of run, one that can run through people, and one that can do both. I think that's the better team. Now, although James White and trying to remember his name, and Dion Lewis can do the same thing, I just think three is better than two, numbers wise. We're thinking about numbers here. We're not thinking about it through analytics or anything. I think the numbers show who has the better advantage on one side of the football over the other. So, that's basically my takeaways from the oh my god, I almost said the Pro Bowl. That's basically my takeaways from the Super Bowl. This is probably the proudest I've ever been of the Eagles. The last time I'm gonna support the Eagles for a playoff game, unless the same thing happens again, I may be back. Looking forward to seeing what the Eagles do next year. So glad, Nick Foles won MVP, and thank God for the Eagles. And also, Rocky Balboa would be proud. He would be so proud of the Eagles. Or AKA Sylvester Stallone, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it looks like the Tom Brady story has come to a full circle. About time. So I'm going to finish up this draft and I'm going to call it a stream. I know this was a very, very, very short stream. But as you see, I gotta go to bed here in like 30 minutes. And I really want to start getting to bed here. Start getting some good rest for school. So this will be the final draft I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna probably just get off the PlayStation. I wanted to get a stream out for you guys though, for my thoughts about the Super Bowl and what went down and what I thought was good and what I thought was bad. So I'm kind of glad it turned out this way, dude. That's unbelievable. That's probably the best thing I've seen in all my years of watching football. I've never been so happy. So, good job, Eagles. I congratulate you from the bottom of my heart. I'm glad to see a team that's not the Patriots winning. Um, and after this round, here we go. See if can we get an 87 draft? Can we? We'll see. When this, okay, there we go. No, we can't. We get it. Oh, well, we evened out our offense and defense at least. But anyways, I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace, peace.